I know. You're like, really? Can we do this yet? Yes, you can. So, if your feet are sitting on wood, stomp your feet 2 times. If your hands are near your laps, hit your laps 2 times. And then everybody clap your hands once. Put all of that together. Join in if you know it. Once more. Now I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle and here's my spout. And let me get all steamed up and hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out, singing I'm a little teapot. Everybody!
I'm a little teapot.
I enjoy that some of you are going, like you've never heard a nursery rhyme before. It's like, teapot! Next verse. Mary had a little lamb and springs was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. It followed her to school one day, which was against the rules. It made the children laugh and play and steal them at school. Ba, 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 black sheep. Let me hear you.
Ba, 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 black sheep.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high,
Like a diamond
in the sky. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Let me hear you.
diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Now, lords and ladies, keep your feet going. Because you are the few, the proud, the nerds. You might be thinking, but Shakespeare, how do I know if I'm a nerd? Look around you. You are at the Renaissance Fair. Some of you are dressed for a Renaissance Fair. Some of you may be wearing ironic t-shirts or shirts with multiple meanings, like Van Gogh painted with Batman, maybe a starry dark night. Certain words may come into your conversation, like swell, or social old man, or wibbly wobbly, explody woody, tiny whiny. You may look at a guy wearing a red shirt, thinking he's going to die in the first 5 minutes of a show. If one of these things makes sense to you, you're my people. And I will lead you to freedom. Join me on the last verse. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G,
H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X,
Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs.
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Good job! Lords and ladies, before we begin the show go any further with the show, and other words that make sense when strung together properly in a sentence. Before I go any further, I just want to say thank you in advance, because you are the people that keep theatre alive. I'd like to thank all of you for being here, because if it weren't for you, instead of being a weird guy on an 80-odd degree day wearing velvet, singing silly songs and telling a bizarre story, I would be at home, still wearing velvet, but telling the bizarre story and singing the silly songs to my cats in my mother's basement. So thank you for allowing me to look like a normal person. But that being the case, let us start by saying I am William Shakespeare, and you may cheer now! But we can do even better, dear friends. For when I say you may cheer now, I am trying to fill an emotional cavity in my heart that is not being fulfilled by my normal life. So, I need you to hoot, holler, clap, cheer, stomp your feet, whistle, and throw small loved ones into the air. I am William Shakespeare, and you may cheer now! Thank you. This story is audience interactive and requires all of your help. So when I say everybody says ooh, I need to hear all of you say ooh. Everybody says ah.
Ah.
People cry out, dear God, what is that thing?
Dear God, what is that thing?
We have dramatic music.
Dun, dun,
We
dun.
have not as dramatic music. We have random sound effects of randomness. That was random. I asked one. Now, let us start this story at the very beginning. A very good place to start. Thank you, one person. We begin 4.5 centuries after the time of Coriolanus, as you are no doubt aware. Rome has survived the Gallic sack, and everyone says, ooh. The onslaught Hannibal of Carthage, and everyone says, ah. And has now fallen into civil wars, with brother and sister turning against sister and brother. Everyone turning to the person sitting next to them, and glaring and growling and having sissy fights. Yeah. Only one person can stop it all. One person stands above the rest, and his name is Julius Caesar, and he is this man here. He stands, and the people say, Hail Caesar!
Hail Caesar!
And Caesar says, nothing, because the show's not about him. Now, one day on the crowded street corner, whilst the people are chanting, Caesar!
Caesar! Caesar! Caesar!
We meet 2 Romans of senatorial rank. We meet Cassius. I know. And we also meet Brutus. He's so excited. They stand on the street corner, and Cassius says to Brutus, I don't like Caesar anymore.
I don't like Caesar anymore.
And Brutus says, me neither, kind of.
Me neither, kind of.
He's acting like a king.
He's acting like a king.
And he says a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
At this moment, Mark Antony, a man with a beloved singing voice, this man here, stands and offers Caesar the crown, saying, Caesar!
Caesar!
But to Caesar, not to the
Oh.
The people
The people
wish to give you this crown!
wish to give you this crown.
And the people chant, Caesar!
Caesar! Caesar! Caesar!
Caesar says nothing, because the show's not about it. Instead, he stands, he turns his hand thusly, refusing the crowd, and the people cheer! Just then, at this moment, a soothsayer jumps out of the crowd and cries in a very loud voice, saying, Caesar! Caesar! Beware! Beware! Beware the Ides of March of the Penguins! Beware. Beware. The Ides of March of Penguins. Mark Antony says, what does that mean?
What does that mean?
And Brutus, trying to be helpful, says, a soothsayer
A soothsayer.
wants Caesar
Wants Caesar
to beware
to beware
the Ides of March of the Penguins.
the Ides of March of
He
Penguins.
says, thank you so much, Centurion Obvious. I'm asking, what does that mean?
I'm asking, what does that mean?
And the soothsayer again stands. He stands. The soothsayer stands. And says, beware! Beware! The Ides of March of the Penguins.
In there!
And he says, thanks so much for clearing that up.
Thanks so much for clearing that
He
up.
says, move along, people.
Move along, people.
We are in a parade here.
We are in a parade.
And the people again chant, Caesar!
Caesar! Caesar!
To which
Caesar!
Caesar says, nothing, because the show's Cassius comes over here for a better stage picture and turns to Brutus and says, I think we should kill Caesar.
I think we should kill Caesar.
Brutus says, mine, that escalated rather quickly. Mine, that escalated rather quickly.
Now all together.
Cassius says, man,
Man,
he stands astride the world like a colossus.
he stands across the world like a colossus.
Close enough. Brutus says, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
And Cassius says, till then,
Till then,
think of the world
think of the world.
Now, on that really weird line that makes no sense whatsoever, Brutus runs away laughing into the night. Cassius then takes him to stairs and delivers a soliloquy. That's a big word. Everyone say it with me.
Soliloquy.
Soliloquy means one person, in this case Cassius, is talking to you, the audience, directly, but no one else in the show can hear. So, Caesar, Antony, Brutus, earmuffs. There we go. Which says, Brutus,
Brutus,
you are noble indeed,
you are noble indeed.
but even the noblest heart may be seduced.
But even the noblest heart may be seduced.
I will convince you Caesar must die,
I will convince you Caesar must die.
and all that shall remain
And all that shall remain
of the great Julius Caesar
of the great Julius Caesar
shall be a fantastic salad.
shall be a fantastic salad.
Oh, I'm so deliciously evil.
Oh, I'm so delicious.
And he runs away laughing into the night. That was the most joyous evil laugh I've ever heard. No, we go forward several weeks in time to the evening of March 14th. It is the evening before the Ides of the March of the Penguin, whatever that means. And in order to accomplish this, we have to fast forward through time through a special effect I like to call the diddly. Everybody. We are at Cassius' super secret supervillain lair. Back where she was a second ago. And she says, is all our company here?
Is all our company here?
Our entire secret conspiracy.
Our entire secret conspiracy.
She says, Cinna!
Cinna!
And Cinna says, here! Just say, here.
Here.
Who are the... She says, Casca!
Casca!
And Casca says, here!
Here.
She says, Metellus Kimber!
Metallus Kimber!
It's going down! Metellus Kimber! And she says, Casca!
Casca!
Will Caesar be at the Senate tomorrow?
Will Caesar be at the Senate tomorrow?
To not be horribly murdered.
To not be horribly murdered.
And Casca stands. And he says, Antony
Antony
told me
told me
to tell you
to tell you
that Caesar
that Caesar
told him
told him
to tell me to tell you that he'll be there.
that he'll be there.
Seriously, man, you could have just said yes. No. She says, good.
Good!
We are agreed.
We are agreed.
We will meet tomorrow.
We will meet tomorrow.
And not do grievous bodily harm to Caesar.
And not do grievous bodily harm to Caesar.
Let us go recruit Brutus.
Let us go recruit Brutus.
And she runs away laughing into the night. That is the most adorable evil laugh. Seriously. Evil, yay! No, we go to the home of Brutus across town. Now, nice to meet you too, all right? That's true. That's true. We are boring white guys. We don't shake like that. Now, Brutus himself is beside himself with indecision. He longs to join the no longer secret conspiracy, but he feels conflicted. He says, Caesar is my friend,
Caesar is my friend.
but if he were king,
If he were king,
he would have absolute power,
he would have absolute power.
and that tends to corrupt.
And that tends to corrupt.
Absolutely. Exactly. He says, what do I do?
What do I do?
At this moment, Cassius bursts into the room and says, Hail, Brutus!
Hail, Brutus!
Join our secret conspiracy.
Join our secret conspiracy.
Easy for you to say. And he says, all right, I will.
All right, I will.
She begins by saying, our first order of business is...
Our first order of business is...
He interrupts her saying, to elect a leader.
To elect a leader.
I accept the nomination.
I accept the nomination.
I will lead you to freedom.
I will lead you to
And
freedom.
the people shout, Brutus, kind of half-heartedly. Because you're not really sure what just happened. Now, at this moment, a clock strikes the hour, saying, gong.
Gone.
And again.
Gone.
And again.
Gone.
And once more for luck.
Gone.
And then a hush falls over the crowd. For everyone is very impressed that Brutus can afford a clock that strikes the hour. Also, that he has traveled through time in order to get one. Because we're in Roman times, people. So, they agree to meet tomorrow morning on the Ides of the March of the Penguins. Whatever that means. They run away laughing into the night. No! Let us go to the home of the man who is about to die. Spoilers. Julius Caesar has had a sleepless night. He comes to the stage to show just how tired he is. He has had a sleepless night because his wife has had nightmares. She has had nightmares and she tells him so. She falls down, she's drunk, people. She's a lush. She says, I have had nightmares.
I have had nightmares.
The heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princes.
The heavens themselves have
Blaze forth
blazed forth
the death
the death
of princes.
of princes.
No princes. I told you she's drunk. Now, assuming that astrology makes any kind of sense whatsoever, that has a logic to it. She's crazy and astrology's bunk, so ignore her. Cassius comes into the room and says, Hail, Caesar!
Hail, Caesar!
The Senate wishes to give you a crown.
The Senate wishes to give you a crown.
Now, put yourself in Caesar's shoes. What do? Do you stay home with your lush of a wife? Safe in her arms? Or do you go to the Senate, mayhaps to get a crown, mayhaps to die? Think about it. Stay home? No, he goes to the Senate, man. Seriously. Calpurnia wails in shame and horror. You wail in shame and horror.
No.
But part of the show that you don't know about is several weeks after this, she finds out that he was having an affair with a young lady named Ashley Madison. So meanwhile, she gets it. Meanwhile, the people of Rome are now in on the not-so-secret conspiracy, and they are shouting, Please stay home!
Please stay home!
This guy says, Don't go!
Don't go.
This guy says, It's a trap!
It's a trap.
You said that just like General Akbar. And they get to the Senate, and all the conspirators are there. Not just Cassius, but also Brutus. And Cinna. And Casca, right there. And that kid with the face. And then give phony petitions to lure Caesar in. He says, Give me a pony.
Give me a pony.
Lower my taxes.
Lower my tax.
Give me a puppy.
Give me a puppy.
This thing on my neck is growing.
This thing in my neck.
Can you look at it, please? This kid thinks Caesar's a doctor. It's really weird. Go on. Just then, something very weird and strange starts to happen. You hear a marching sound. Penguins, one by one, start marching into the scene. They're going in a circle. All of the penguins of Rome. Anyone that wishes to be a penguin, like the girl with the antlers. Anyone marching around. Where are the penguins going? We don't know. It could be that guy there. He's a penguin. They're just marching around. What are they doing? Are they going to a toga party? What do penguins do? We don't know. But then the penguins sit right where they are. Brutus says, well, that happened.
That happened.
And then he cries, Sic semper tyrannis!
Sick, yeah.
And the cry is taken up by all of the conspirators. They cry, Sic semper tyrannis! Sic semper tyrannis! And they stab Caesar with the daggers, which is the thumb, turned down in the Roman manner. First, Cassius, da-da! Then Casca, da-da! Then Cinna, da-da! Then Metellus Kimber, because he's going down. Metellus Kimber, I'm sorry, that's inappropriate, a man is dying here, I'm sorry. Then Brutus, with the unkindest cut of all. Caesar turns, says, Et tu, Brute, his first line of the show. And then he dies, done to death, killed by his friends. Partly because he's Caesar, he does what he wants. Done to death by his friends, 23 stab wounds. Possibly because he was wearing a red shirt. Brutus then shouts, Let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood!
Let us bathe our hands in Caesar's blood.
The other conspirators take a very awkward step backwards away from him, because that was really gross and weird and overkill, man. Seriously. Cassius says, let us kill Antony too.
Let us kill Anthony too.
He says, no!
No!
He's all right.
He's all right.
Antony at this moment stands. Where did Antony go? There he is. Antony stands, he says, Peace!
Peace.
Allow me to speak at Caesar's funeral.
Allow me to speak at Caesar's funeral.
He was my friend.
He was my friend.
And Brutus.
And Brutus.
You are having an excellent hair day.
You are having an excellent hair day.
Trust him not.
Trust him
He says,
not.
no, he's a good guy.
No, he is a good guy.
And the conspirators run away laughing into the night. Run away.
Running.
Antony comes down to center stage, alone, and has another Soliloquy. Say that with me.
Soliloquy.
Says Caesar's ghost
Caesar's ghost
shall be avenged.
shall be avenged.
He falls to his knees, beats his chest, and screams, "Cry havoc!"
Cry havoc.
He raises his arms to heaven and says, "Let's slip the dogs of war!"
Let's slip the dogs of war.
And so, we go to the funeral scene, where Caesar has to finally please stop moving because you're dead, man. He stands, and he delivers one of the most famous funeral orations in all of history, if I say so myself, and it's pretty much my word against yours. He says, "Friends!
Friends!
Romans!
Romans!
Countrymen!
Countrymen!
Lend me your ears!"
Lend me your ears.
Oh, that's disgusting. He says, "I come to bury Caesar,
I come to bury Caesar.
not to praise him.
Not to praise him.
Of my friend,
Of my friend.
I can say only this.
I can say only this.
Of all the souls
Of all the souls
I have encountered in my travels,
in my travels,
his was the most
his was the most
Roman."
Roman.
The crowd begins to hum Amazing Grace as if played on the bagpipes. The crowd turns against the conspirators and cries, "Death!" They
Death!
cheer for Caesar! Caesar!
Caesar!
They cheer for Antony! Antony!
Antony! Antony!
Brutus and Cassius stand! They put their hands on their cheeks! They scream! "Ah!" Just because I love the 90s! They sit back down! At this moment, who should enter the room? But Caesar's nephew, that kid there, he raised his hand, come on now. Caesar's nephew, Octavius, hurry, 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 hurry. Anytime, child. This is actually relatively age appropriate. They shake hands. Whoa, no, don't step on the dead body. That is disrespectful in any culture. They shake hands across the body. Antony says, "What shall it be?"
What shall it be?
And he says, "War!" He says, "What is it good for?"
What is it?
He says, "Absolute power!" And so everyone shouts, "War! War! War!" And we fall into a civil war with seatmate turning against seatmate. Everyone has a sissy vote. Yeah. Octavius and Antony go over there. Cassius and Brutus come over here. Caesar's ghost gets up and goes, "The dead are rising! The dead are rising!" Why did I do that? I don't know. He runs away. Go away, be dead. Now. She's gonna find out your history later. It's fine. So, we go to the plains of Philippi. Brutus and Cassius have fallen into fighting amongst themselves. Brutus saying, "This is all your fault."
It's all your
He
fault.
says, "My fault?"
My fault?
He says, "Yes.
Yes.
It was your idea to kill Caesar."
This was your idea to kill Caesar.
And she says, "It was a good plan too,
It was a good plan, too.
but it was your idea
But it was your idea
to not kill Antony."
to not kill
He
Antony.
says, "Antony said I was having a good hair day."
He said I was having a good hair day.
She says, "You're useless, Brutus.
You're useless, Brutus.
Do you know what I'm going to do?
Do you know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to take your mother,
I'm going to take your mother,
Dorothy Brutus,
Dorothy Brutus,
out for a nice seafood dinner
out for a nice seafood dinner,
and never call upon her again."
and never call upon her again.
He says, "Dorothy Brutus is a saint,"
Dorothy Brutus is a saint.
and they sort of sissy fight. Yeah, boys, let's leave the mothers out of this, it's fine. Now, meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield, Antony turns to Octavius, and he says, "Do you believe we shall triumph?
Do you believe we shall triumph?
My brand new best friend."
My brand new best friend.
Octavius says, "God's willing we shall. And we shall all meet again. And Julius Caesar part 2. Toga, toga, toga." At this moment, the armies... No, this is my line now. The armies are met. Everyone holds up the Roman bow. They reach to the back and grab the Roman arrow. They notch it into place with a Roman clap. Yak and clap. They aim high. They pull back on the strings. They let slip the arrows. They're shooting each other in the face. Oh, dear God, the humanity. Oh. You thought you were special because you could sit on the stage earlier. This is revenge. Meanwhile, during the battle, Cassius turns to Brutus and says, "Today is my birthday."
Today is my birthday.
Which is a line from the actual play. She says, "Did you get me anything?"
Did you get me any?
And he says, "No."
No.
She says, "Figures."
Figure.
At this moment, Antony and Octavius do a cavalry charge into battle, charging their horses in.
Wait,
Meanwhile,
where's the shoe tie?
Octavius is getting his shoe tied by the help of Penguin. Thank you, do. He goes back. He does the cavalry charge a second time. Cavalry charge. Wait, no, that's not cavalry. Cavalry is horses. All right, get on your horse. Ride your horse in the battle. No, that's not. No death yet. No death yet. Get on your horse. Cross the reins. Double tap the right foot. Double tap the left foot. Here we go. Cassius is deathly afraid of horses. As Antony goes charging in, Cassius pulls out his dagger, screams, stabs himself in the belly. Yeah, and you die to death. Oh. Brutus says, I shall not be upstage.
I shall not be upstage.
He runs across the stage, hands his dagger, the one he used to kill Caesar, to this nice young lady right here. He runs back over. She stands up, comes to the edge of the stage, points it that way. He comes, and no, the dagger, that's a gun. Tom, here we go. And he goes and runs and impales himself on her dagger. No, do it again. And go, full death. Oh, no. That was good. We're going to try this one more time. I'm going to direct you through this. We got this. I want you to run in ultra slow motion, lots of pathos, while the crowd sings the theme to Chariots of Fire. Da 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 da. 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 The blood's in 3D. With these two noble reverends dead, Antony gives a final funeral oration. He says, "For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and Horatio." Octavius taps him on the shoulder. And he says, "That's the wrong play." He says, I got this. He says, "Farewell, sweet prince. May flights of angels sing thee to thy rest."
May flights of angels sing thee to thy
He
rest.
taps him again. He says, "Still wrong." He goes, "I got this."
I got this.
He holds up his hands. He says, "And they all lived.
And they all live.
Happily
Happily ever after.
and they all take their bows." As they leave the stage, something weird starts to happen. The penguins start marching through again. All of the penguins everywhere, they're marching. Where are penguins going? We don't know. Are they getting a sandwich? Are they getting ice cream? There's ice cream over there, people. What are they doing? The penguins start to tap dance. There we go. And, lords and ladies, all of that happened. Take a bell, penguins! I am Shakespeare, the Bard of Avon. If you enjoyed the show half as much as I enjoyed performing it, I obviously enjoyed it twice as much as you did, and that's just basic math. Now, you give me the greatest job I have in the world, and that is to perform for you people, sharing the works of Shakespeare with you, keeping theatre alive. Whatever you feel that might mean to you. A 1, a 5, a 10. I know money can be tight. Throw it into the hat. You will have my undying gratitude, my appreciation. If you throw in a 50, I will detail your car. Come back at 12:15 for, goodness, 12th Night and the Three Bears. At 1:15 for Romeo and Juliet, the Flying Implement of Doom Edition. And at 3:30 for Macbeth, Death by Fluffy Kittens.